Yep, here it is, guys. What is going on, guys? We are back here with another video for you. You guys saw the thumbnail. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm doing. So, as you guys know, the Dodge that I've been working on, this customer he's kind of worried about this thing because he's been having problems. He bought it used, and you know, he called me, he said, Eddie, I'm looking at a Dodge. What do you think? I said, you know, man, if I didn't pick a GMC, I'd pick a Dodge. I love the Dodges. I love, you know, that motor, that Cummins motor is amazing. I said, the only, you know, worry I get is the transmissions. I know they've had some training problems in the past, but, you know, who knows? I think they're fixed now. So he's brought it back to me about 3 times for 3 different problems. Now, he's kind of worried on pretty much driving this thing because he's got a business here in San Diego and a business like 10 hours somewhere up north. So he goes, Eddie, I'm going to be driving this thing a long way. So I want you to drive it for a week. Tell me what you think, you know, fix all the bugs. You know, please just make this thing run perfect for me. I said, okay, I'll do my best. He said, I want you like to tow your trailer, tow your boat, put it under some stress. I said, okay, you know, so let's give it a shot and see what happens. Now, we're going to hook up the boat to the Dodge, and I want to tow it. I'm curious to see, you know, I've driven a Dodge, but I've never actually towed anything with a Dodge before, nor have I towed anything with a 3500 dually. So I'm very curious to see, which obviously I know it's gonna pull this no problem. This boat only weighs, I think, probably 8,000 pounds, maybe. If that, I think they're probably 8,000 pounds. So I want to tow it with this truck, number one, because the customer wants me just to tow stuff with it and put it under some stress, which I don't think this is going to do any stress to it at all. But he wants me to tow with it, try it out, drive it around. And I'm also curious to know, I want to tow with this also to try it out and just to see how these Dodges pull. And again, I know you guys are saying, oh, this is no way, it's going to be nothing back there, blah, 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 blah. I know. I'm sure it's going to pull it, no problem. But I want to pull it for myself so I can see, you know, the drivability. How smooth is it? How rough is it? You know, gearing. As you guys know, if you guys watched my last video, we talked about the gearing. Well, I ordered my gears today. I am going to re-gear my truck. I ordered the 456 gears. According to, and yes, I did get Yukon. A lot of you guys recommended the Yukon gears. I did get the Yukon gears. And according to this re-gearing calculator online that I looked up, it will put my truck, I'll show you guys, I forgot, but if I put 456s in it, I think it said it'll put me at a 408, I believe. I'll double check and see on the computer. But so the gears are ordered. I ordered a bunch of other stuff for my truck, but I'm really excited about that because I have noticed that, you know, when towing my trailer, I have to give, I'm not saying a lot of gas, but I got to give more gas than when it was stock, when I just had my regular 295 65/20s tires on there. I noticed that when I put these 37s on there, I had to get to that high RPM. I had to give more gas, and it didn't have that, I don't know if you would call it throttle curve or torque curve, but I know that something isn't there. Something's missing, and I don't like the way it drives. Drives great, I'm sorry, I don't like the way it tows, and I don't like the way the RPMs are, I don't know how to explain it, but they're not there. So I'm really, really excited to get my truck re-geared. Also, I'm excited to pull my boat with this Dodge because, like, as you guys know, if you guys follow my channel, I like Dodge. I got nothing against Dodge. I love the motor. Like I said, I would buy a Dodge. I just worry about the transmission. My dream truck is, if I could, have, you know, a Duramax with the Allison tranny and the Cummins motor. But right now, let's just forget about that. Let's go pull this thing and I'm gonna see how it does. All right, we got the prop up. What else? I think that's about it. We're good to go pull. Also, if there are any welders or plasma cutter people out there watching this, so I just bought this setup. Now, before I show you, mind yourself, I'm not a welder. I'm not a professional at welding. I can just put 2 pieces of metal together and weld them up for you. I'm not that good. I'll show you some of my welds that I've done on my truck. But this company, Forney, I see them everywhere. And they're very, very cheap, so it kind of worries me. but I've heard a lot of good reviews about them, and I hear that their customer service is amazing. So if there's any welders out there, again, I'm not a professional, I don't know anything about welding. So I bought this setup, a Forney Easy Weld. Supposedly you don't need no tank, it's just a flux cord, and I heard it makes a mess, but if you get the spray, I bought the spray somewhere down in there, you can wipe it right off and it turns out good. And I bought their plasma cutter. I want to try all this stuff out, but I'm also curious from you guys that are in the industry, the welding and plasma industry, what you guys think of this, if you've heard anything about it, and you know, I'm gonna give it a shot. The Dirty Max is sitting there just patiently looking good. All right, let's pull this bad boy out. Where's the tow haul in this thing? Anybody know how to get to the tow haul in this? It's gotta have a tow haul. It's not there. There we go, tow haul, exhaust brake, boom. All right, I'm curious to see how this exhaust brake sounds also on this truck. So let's first pull it out without hopefully hitting nothing. So I'm going to put the camera now, or put the camera down now, guys, just for safety purposes. We'll be right back. Also, guys, on the tank you guys were telling about, this is the tank for the 1500. As you guys remember, it was aluminum. Customer did not want aluminum. He wanted it blacked out. They did not have it, so I just spray painted it. Here is the info on it. And this is for the 1500 Chevys. It's got to have this little bevel in it, or else if it's perfectly straight like this, oh, let me lift it so you guys can see. If it's perfectly straight like this, it will hit the wheel well and it will not stay flat. So you got to have this little bevel in here, just like this. This is the 65 gallon. And if you guys do want one, you can contact RDS. Let them know that, you know, it's the tank that Eddie ordered. This has to be custom made because they do not make it for the 1500s a lot. But give them a call. If you're interested, they will help you out in purchasing one of these tanks. One thing I did notice about this truck, maybe the newer Dodges have it, but when I let go of the brake, this thing starts rolling back on me. And the Duramax, it's got the hill descent control where it does not roll back on you. So you guys can see here, I let go of the brake and we're moving. So, okay, well, no problem. Guess I can get over that. Okay, this exhaust brake sounds amazing. I'm gonna see if I can, you guys can hear it over here, one sec, but this, wow, it sounds incredible. Can't say I might buy a Dodge, but I sure am liking this Dodge. Let me see if you guys can hear it. Man, it does sound good, but I will tell you one thing that I've already noticed, and I have not got on the freeway yet. This exhaust brake, yes, it does sound amazing, but it does not stop, nor does it work as good as my Duramax. I've noticed on the GMC, the exhaust brake works much better than the Dodge as of right now. Another thing that I have noticed is, and this is what I really like about this truck, and this is why I want to re-gear my truck. By the way, this is extremely smooth for a 3500 and towing. Yes, I understand it's not a big load, but just towing this boat, it's extremely smooth right now. But what I really like about this is, you know, as soon as you hit that throttle, as soon as you touch this throttle on this truck, it responds instantly. And I feel like with my GMC, I have to give more than what I used to towing this, or when I used to tow the toy hauler. After putting these 37s on, you know, I gotta get on the gas a little more. So I hope that my re-gearing fixes this problem, because if it doesn't, you know, I hate to break it to you guys, but I might buy a Dodge. Maybe. It's a big might. But remember, I love GMC. I'm a GMC guy, you know, till I die. But if this gearing, you know, my re-gearing, it does not fix this, you know, I might have to start looking at some Dodges maybe, because this is my issue is, I mean, this thing literally, I can hit the gas and instant response right now, just instantly it is responding. And mind yourself, I'm not, you know, in the throttle at all whatsoever. I mean, barely am I in the throttle. And the true test will be once I jump on this freeway real quick. It starts off as a little incline, nothing crazy. Man, that exhaust brake sounds good. Nothing crazy, but that's what I want to see, is how much throttle do I got to give, you know, to get going. All right, here we go, guys. We are jumping on the 8 East. Man, makes me feel like I'm going to the desert. All right, let's see. So I am about, I wouldn't say maybe half. Holy crap, look at that. So see, this thing just shifted and pretty much did not lose any power whatsoever at all. And I'm also in the tow tune, if you guys have noticed here. But see, one thing about my truck is when I'm climbing, and it's not a big grade, but when I'm climbing it, I have to give more gas, you know, than I want to. And I can feel that it's just not there. This thing, I mean, I can literally, I'm barely on the throttle. I mean, what gear is this in right now? This thing is in 6th gear. And I can give a little gas. Look, and this is accelerate. I can't pull that in my truck in 6th gear, nor can I do that in 5th gear. In my Duramax, I got to do it in 4th gear. And I understand that, you know, the inline 6 is Cummins produces a massive amount of torque. But I mean, for me to be in 6th gear right now at 70, and I mean, tapping the throttle, I mean, just a little bit, and instant, you know, response. That's to me, that's amazing. And for all you Dodge guys out there, you know, can't talk anything bad about your truck, because these Dodges are amazing. I'm gonna turn back around. I'm gonna come up this grade. It's not a crazy grade, but it's pretty steep, and I want to see, you know, how it pulls, because my truck, when I pull just the boat, I have to put it in 4th gear on my truck to pretty much keep me at that comfortable, you know, power line where, yes, I could go in 5th, but I'd be, you know, I'd have to give a lot of throttle, and my EGTs are like at 1400. I don't have an EGT gauge in here, but I just want to see if this thing can pull it, you know, in 6th, because my truck, no way in hell would pull up this grade in 6th, nor will it do it in 5th. I got to put it in 4th. So let's see what the Dodge can do. Okay, so we're getting back on the 8 now, and I will show you the hill we're going to climb, and we're going to see what gear this truck does it in. All right, here you go, guys. I'm coming down the hill right now. It is in 6th. I'm going to keep it in 6th gear, and I'm just curious to see how much throttle I have to give, because what I've noticed on this truck is as soon as this thing shifts into that next gear, it is just like instant power. So here you go, we're climbing. I'm about a quarter throttle, and I mean, this thing is just cranking like it's not even back there. This thing, man, I hope my gears really make my truck do this, because this is what I want right here, guys. 6th gear coming up here. No way can my truck do this. Now, yes, I understand this truck is pretty much has stock tires. I get that. But, I mean, this thing pulls damn good. Now, I'm going to go into 5th and see how what it does here in 5th gear. So, again, in 5th gear, I mean, it's just cruising. Mind yourself, I'm a quarter in the throttle. I have, you know, plenty of throttle. I mean, I'm not even close to half throttle right now, and I can cruise probably at, you know, at 70 miles an hour, no problem. Oh, that's nice. Man, that's an exhaust tip right there. Nice little deleted Dodge. All right, I'll give it to him. I like that lift. Nice little old school Ford. Well, guys, you saw it there. I must say, that Dodge pulls amazing, but I'm sure there's some of you guys out there saying, well, Eddie, you really didn't, you know, pull anything. I'm sure the Duramax guys, which of course I got your back, but I know you're probably telling me, Eddie, you didn't really pull anything. You pulled, you know, a boat that's, I don't know, 7,000, 8,000, maybe. It's probably 7, if that. So let's really work this Dodge and let's see, you know, what it can do. We're going to hook up the Dodge to the Weekend Warrior. The Weekend Warrior currently has full of fuel, 60 gallons of fuel in it, has about 100 gallons of water, holds 150, but it's not full. My RZR is not in it right now. We're gonna pull the RZR out of the garage. We're gonna put the RZR in here. We're gonna hook everything up, and we're gonna put this Dodge to the real test. I wanna see what it does, you know, towing some actual weight. This trailer, empty, dead empty, weighs almost 9,000 pounds. And you guys can argue with me all you want, but I took this to the scale and I weighed it empty with no toys, with nothing in it but my air compressors, other little stuff like that. It's almost 9,000 pounds. It was right under, it was about 88 empty. So I'm gonna load it up. Oh, by the way, and that was with no water, no fuel, no nothing. So now we got water, we got fuel in it, we got pretty much everything in it except the RZRs. We're gonna put the RZRs in it, and let's pretty much see what this Ram can do and what it can really pull. And you're gonna have to wait for that video tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, tomorrow we're gonna really see what this thing can do. So thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Yeah.